Our phone SIM cards hold all kinds of sensitive information like passwords, but now scammers are able to duplicate those cards. A victim takes us through how he lost $24,000.
I don't care who you were, she'd go up to you and she'd give you the biggest little cuddle.
The little girl is gone, and police say her babysitter is responsible.
Many police departments need officers, but they are missing out on some would-be recruits because they were not born in this country and they can't have a gun. A new Colorado bill could help.
They've denied all my claims, and there's really no explanation.
Man in Colorado says someone stole $24,000 out of his savings account. He's trying to get it back, but that's an uphill battle.
He called police and learned it may be a scam called SIM swapping. It's where a fraudster takes control of your cell phone number. Investigative reporter Jeremy Hahola learned we could all be at risk, especially if your phone number is connected to your bank account.
It's like a key to your entire life. Your phone is loaded with passwords, texting, and email.
I got an email stating that I had signed up for wire transfers.
That freaked out Darren Roll enough to where he booked it to the nearest Wells Fargo branch, but he lost the race to a scammer.
So that was suspicious to me, but then 7 minutes later, the wire actually went through. $24,500 was taken out of my savings.
He filed a claim with the bank and called Castle Rock Police. An investigator found his $24,000 was sent to a Money Mule account. It was cleaned out.
It was gone so fast, it was in a blink of an eye.
The investigator wrote Darren may have been hit with a SIM clone attack or a SIM swap attack.
Unfortunately, it's very prevalent.
Angelo Castigliola is a cybersecurity expert with information security company Optiv. He says SIM swapping is a problem you should know, especially if you use text or email to verify when you log into your bank.
It works like this. A scammer is able to transfer your phone number to a completely different cell phone that they have. It's not magic, it's identity theft.
They get your phone number transferred to their SIM card by pretending to be you after they fool someone at your phone company. A SIM swap. Now they use your number to reset your passwords.
There's even been cases where attackers knew somebody who actually worked at a wireless carrier and was able to get them to make the change for them.
A 2022 FBI SIM swap alert says complaints have gone from about 100 per year to more than 1,600 in 2021.
I feel very helpless. You see all your, a big chunk of your savings gone.
And get this, Wells Fargo denied Darren's claim.
Now I'm out $24,500 because I'm responsible for my username and password and Wells Fargo's policies. Well, honestly, I just want to try and get my money back.
Rolls says Wells Fargo actually alerted him to suspicious activity on his accounts days before the scam happened. So he closed his accounts and opened 4 new accounts at a branch, he says. Days later, the scammer hid a new account. He says after we contacted Wells Fargo, they reopened his case. A company spokesperson says Wells Fargo is now still investigating.
Thank goodness you were there for him. Question though, we used to lament over having, at least I did, the 2-factor authentication. What do we do if we have that? So many of us do now.
So many of us do. So some banks will actually, instead of using text messages to authenticate your account, you can actually use an app that goes to your phone. So it's only specific to your phone. Companies like Google and Microsoft make them. So you'll have to ask your bank.
Okay, I'm going to look into it. It's important. Thank you.
Yep.
A memorial is growing outside of East High School for the student who died yesterday after being shot outside the school more than 2 weeks ago. Flowers now surround the school's laid in honor of 16-year-old Luis Garcia. He was shot while in a car outside the school February 13th. Luis is described as a boy who loved to make people laugh, but he's a hard worker. He took care of his family. However, instead of celebrating his birthday later this month, they're planning his funeral. The family and some students are asking for extra security and school resource officers so this doesn't happen to anyone else.
I would say after this incident, it's been really hard. It's been really hard personally. I just feel unsafe and I just want things to be done. I think that a lot of students would say the same thing.
No one has been charged with the shooting. Tomorrow, students plan to walk out of school and march to First Baptist Church near the state capitol to hold a rally against youth violence.
A toddler is dead and her babysitter has been arrested after authorities say the woman abused her. Investigators say this incident happened in late January in Conejos County. The 23-month-old died at a hospital a few days later. Family members have identified the victim as Anaya Quintana. They shared with 9 News reporter Jaleesa Zari how they want the world to remember her.
Moments can't be bottled, but a camera roll is as close as it'll get.
She was loving. She was caring. She was just the life of the family. We would get togethers, you know. She'd mingle with everybody. She never excluded anybody.
Julia Quintana is talking about her niece and goddaughter, Anaya. Photos of the giggly blue-eyed toddler fill her phone.
She'd go up to you and she'd give you the biggest little cuddle she could give you. And after she was done, she'd look up at you with those little blue eyes and a smile. I miss her little hugs.
Anaya was rushed to the hospital in late January. According to the arrest affidavit, her babysitter, Denise Cardova, told investigators Anaya had fallen out of her stroller and hit her head. She died at the hospital a few days later. In the affidavit, a doctor says it was physically impossible her injuries happened that way. And after looking at Cordova's phone, investigators say her texts didn't add up with the timeline. Cordova was arrested on charges of first-degree murder and child abuse.
She was such a sweet child. I don't see what could have led to what happened. It's just not fair.
Fair is far from this family, but they hope justice is not.
A little Anaya needs her justice.
While nothing will bring Anaya back, they hope what was taken from them will give another parent perspective.
Watch your babies. Watch your little ones. We miss her and we loved her, and we wish we could change things and she'd be here with us.
The Quintana family says Cardova had babysat Anaya before they celebrated Anaya's second birthday last Sunday. They only wish she was there. Cordova is due in court tomorrow. Kim?
Just a devastating case. Hard to listen to, but important that we do hear. Thank you, Jaleesa. 9 News has learned that Alan Phillips has died. He's the man who was convicted and sentenced for the 1982 murders of 2 young women in Breckenridge. He was serving a life sentence in the Arkansas Valley Correctional Facility where he died Monday. The murder case was cold until 2021, when the Park County Sheriff's Department says DNA evidence and genetic genealogy connected Phillips to the murders. Foul play is not suspected in his death. Phillips was 72 years old.
Right now, people who are protected under DACA cannot own firearms. That means they cannot become sworn police officers. There's a push at our state capitol to try and change that, specifically for those who want to enter law enforcement. The legislation is working its way through committees right now. If passed, Colorado's Peace Officer Standards and Training Board would have to ask the United States Attorney General for the green light to do this. Today we caught up with Jesus Olivias, who has been a community safety officer for Lone Tree Police for 5 years. He's a DACA recipient, so he legally cannot have a gun. As a result, his position is non-sworn and limits what he can do for the department. He's hopeful, though, this bill could pass.
At the end of the day, I think if someone is really willing to serve their community and to put their life on the line pretty much every day, regardless of your citizenship status, I think that's something you should be able to do.
This bill is expected to be taken up by the House Appropriations Committee tomorrow. The bill to make sure Colorado property owners have just cause for evictions has passed a House committee and is now in the full House for discussion. The bill defines what grounds landlords can use to evict someone or not renew a lease. Obvious things like a tenant failing to pay rent, committing a serious crime inside the home, refusing to let a landlord inside, or refusing to sign a new lease. The legislation comes after evictions hit a new high last year. More than 45,000 were filed.
The videos of children working hazardous overnight jobs in slaughterhouses have a Colorado connection. The latest details on a federal investigation on the way.
Plus, closed for good, a local movie theater chain saying goodbye.